Congo gets to celebrate. He struck the frame, but it's an own goal by... They've taken the lead against Nigeria. It is a couple of minutes of absolute drama here in Zanzibar. Was there a handball? Penalty is going to be called. There it is. Nigeria feel aggrieved, frustrated. Lawal Mustafa, his reaction, but the referee had very little option other than to signal penalty. Ball came floating into the area and clearly struck an outstretched arm. Was there to clear it, just loses his balance slightly, I think, to score against Nigeria again. Walildin goes good, and he has another goal against Nigeria. This time it's in the African Nations Championship, and it's to give Sudan a 2-goal advantage mere minutes before half-time. Lawal Mustafa showed his leadership qualities. Adil Ali Abdallah, two players waiting. Musa Hussein Kanti looks for the square ball. Abdulaziz might get a second chance here and buries it. Sudan go 3 in front. 10 minutes into the second half and Sudan are flying. It's been an own goal, a penalty, but finally the open play goal has come. The man that possibly deserved a goal against Congo gets his reward against Nigeria. Player of the match on match day 1 has sent Sudan into a very confident lead in the second half of this Group D fixture. Abdulaziz regained his footing after a little slip. Delivery. Abdulaziz off the underside of the woodwork and cannoned in. Abdulaziz has another, and this one is a stunner. The home Eagles have had their wings clipped here, and Sudan are absolutely flying. Abdulaziz Tayyagub has 2 in the second half. Sudan have 4 in the game and are poised to inflict the greatest ever defeat on Nigeria in the African Nations Championship. Well on their way to their greatest ever victory. Long range, and it's a stunner. Hits the woodwork and somehow stays out. El Noor finally beaten in this game, but...
I'm sitting down, the beat is on, so the victory song, yeah, the game is on. I stake my all and it will be won, yeah. I am so passionate.
Waiting they happen, Super Eagles. Waiting they happen, waiting they share. We want no. Shana Winch, I've been landing. No matter their plan, no, we go still they fly.
Alright, there you listen to the highlights of the embarrassing defeat that Nigeria suffered yesterday evening at the Aman Stadium, Zanzibar City. Match day 2 encounter of the ongoing CHAN tournament. So just when we thought that Nigeria would bounce back from their match day 1 defeat to the defending champions Senegal, the home-based Eagles lost scandalously yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4 goals to nothing in favor of the Sudanese team right here. A result which means that Nigeria's journey in the tournament has now come to an end. What an embarrassing defeat it was for the Eric Chell-led side. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on that note I welcome you to Sports Drive on I-FLIER 103.3 FM this lovely Wednesday morning, the midweek edition of your favorite sport of sports. Team B after the loss in the hands of Sudan by 4 goals to nothing yesterday, meaning that they have now crashed out of the CHAN tournament despite one more game left. 3.3 FM this lovely Wednesday morning. You are listening to the voice of PELUMI ADEOSUN, the sport umpire, getting ready to take you across the length and breadth of events making the rounds in the sporting empire. Yes, there is no better place to start the show this morning from than the game that happened yesterday between to secure maximum points in a must-win Group D encounter against Sudan's Falcons of Jeddah in Zanzibar, Tanzania, where the Eagles conceded twice in each half against the spirited Sudanese side in the blockbuster showdown at the Aman Stadium in Zanzibar yesterday evening. Well, with that result, Eric Chell's men have now, despite having a game left. Well, a whole lot of critics have come out for that particular team. A whole lot have been said concerning that game. Well, as for some, they say that this is a true reflection of the state of our league. Shows how really poor that the Nigerian league is. Well, for some, they feel like that is not the best players that we could conjure from the MPFL. As for others, they have come out to blame Eric Chell as well, talking about some of the tactical decisions made by Eric Chell in the tournament and of course in the game as well. Well, still on that particular game, the Sudan coach, talking about Kwesi Appiah, has acknowledged Nigeria's quality despite his side emphatic 4-0 victory over the home-based Eagles. Well, the North Africans win, not anticipated such a wide margin. He was speaking at the post-match conference. The Ghanaian tactician revealed that his team are prepared for a challenging encounter, saying that the Nigerian team were slow tactically in that game. He also added that he believed that Sudan would win, but then the 4-0 scoreline came as a surprise for him. Well, the deed is done. Yes, the Nigeria home-based team have lost against Sudan by 4-0. We'll discuss more about this extensively this afternoon on iSports on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Yes, by 3:05 p.m. Make sure you make it a time with us by then, when we talk more about what really went wrong with the home-based Eagles. Was it about the players? Was it about the coach? Was it about the tactics? Or was it about the MPFL? Was it even the NFF or the NIC? We'll talk more about this 3:05 p.m. this afternoon. Yes, moving away from that one, guys, let's go straight to the camp of Bendel Insurance. Yes, a team that will be participating in the MPFL next season. Preparations are now in top gear for MPFL. Wiki Tourist defeated Niger Tornadoes by 3-0 in the Gusau Ala pre-season tournament. And of course, Barao FC also beat MSAD FC by 2-1. Ikorodu City in the Value Jet Precision Cup defeated Remo Stars by 1-2-3-4. Yes, 4-0. That one went in favor of the Ogwell.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended after a half century. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
Alright, away from the world of football, let's go straight to Angola and talk about the world of basketball. It's all about the 2025 Afro Basket Championship in Angola. Yes, it kicked off yesterday in Angola. We have seen a whole lot of games went down, particularly 4 games went down yesterday in the competition. Of course, 53 victory over Libya in that.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended.
Yes, you are still listening to Sports Drive on I-FLIER 103.3 FM this lovely Wednesday morning, the midweek edition of your favorite 03.3 FM live. I-FLIER 103 by 4-0 against Sudan yesterday. What are your thoughts concerning that game? You can hear them on our Facebook page on I-FLIER. Okay, moving away from that one, let's go talk about the world of athletics. Yes, let's talk about pole vault. It is all about that man who keeps breaking the world record by 0.01 meter. You would remember during the fact segment that I gave you then. Good, that is the case of a certain Swedish pole vault, talking about Amanda Duplantis right there. right, from there, let's move straight into the world of football. Let's go straight to the camp of Real Madrid. Yes, Real Madrid have strongly rejected the plans to play Villarreal's La Liga match against Barcelona in the United States. The fixture that is scheduled for 21st December at Villarreal's Estadio de la Ceramica, but then the Spanish Football Federation has approved the proposal on Monday to host that game in the United States of America. The Spanish Football Federation are now seeking permission from FIFA and UEFA to switch it to the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami that is going to host 7 matches at the 2026 World Cup. But Real Madrid have strongly refused and rejected this particular proposal of playing the Spanish La Liga outside Spain. In a statement that was released by Real Madrid, saying that if this proposal is carried out, that its consequences will be so serious that they would mean a before and after for the world of football. The Spanish Football Supporters Association has also joined Barcelona's and Villarreal's fan group to make it clear their firm opposition to the proposal, warning that they will take appropriate legal action if that one went ahead. However, Villarreal president Fernando Roig told the club website that the explore. Of course, FIFA rules currently do not allow domestic leagues to be played outside the country. Yes, they do not allow domestic leagues to be played abroad. But last year, they set up a working group to actually explore that matter. As a matter of fact, last year in the La Liga, a game between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid was supposed to hold in Miami before they eventually dropped the idea because of time constraints. Yes, the game we are talking about now, the game involving Barcelona and Villarreal, one will be holding at the Camp Nou on March 1st, 2026. And right now, Real Madrid have rejected claims that they would not support the decision of the Spanish Football Federation to carry the Spanish La Liga game outside of Spain and take it to Australia and of course the Ocean Football Federation to give their final approval for that particular one. The club said that it has asked FIFA not to authorize the staging of the game without prior consent of all of the La Liga clubs and asked UEFA to urge the Spanish Football Federation to withdraw that particular Spanish La Liga out of Spain and taking it to far away America, not even in the top flight campaign in 21 years. Como announced the arrival of Alvaro Morata on loan with an obligation to buy right there. Well, Alvaro Morata, a journeyman, he has been with Real Madrid, with Juventus, with Chelsea, with Atletico Madrid, and of course with the Spanish national team right there. We'll wait to also see if it's going to have maybe a stellar career with Como in the Italian Serie A. Okay, games were also played yesterday. We saw the League Cup, 4th-round games played yesterday, and it was all about a certain Wrexham who continued their Cinderella story. Of course, this team has been phenomenal since in the past few years, right there, and they have been doing great things. Of course, they have been doing surprising things as well. Yesterday, it wasn't different from this certain Wrexham side as they beat All City in an EFL Cup 1st-round thriller after substitute Oli Palmer stoppage time goals sends the tie into penalty shootout. Elliot Lee's deflected effort puts the host ahead, but Oli McBurney's first all goal brought their championship rivals level. Substitute Joel Undala and Matt Crooks put All City dramatic injury time goals from Oli Palmer took the game to penalties, with Undala's miss ensuring that Wrexham won 5-3 on Sports Kick right there. Yes, it was an interesting sight to behold for the Wrexham fans. Talking about the first round of the EFL Cup games that went down yesterday. Looking at other results from this particular competition that went down yesterday, Swansea also defeated Crawley by 3-1. Preston North End beat Barrow by 1-0. Doncaster Rovers defeated Middlesbrough by 4-0 right there. Blackburn lost to Bradford by 1-2. MK Don County played out a 1-1 draw, with Derby winning that one 3-2 on penalties. Norwich City also defeated Watford by 2 goals to 1 already. A whole lot of games, a whole lot of results right there, but then I took the ones that are considered to be important. We also saw games played yesterday in the UEFA Champions League qualification, and let me quickly run through the results of some of those games that went down. Karabakh defeated Shendija 5 goals to 1. Copenhagen also beat Malmo by 5 goals to nothing. Fenerbahce defeated Feyenoord by 5 goals to 2. Victoria Plzeň beat Rangers by 2 goals to 1. Although Rangers managed to still qualify via aggregate on that